boys and girls, welcome back. Little live before lock for you today. We got a fun one. We got a lot of info already. Actually, I think we're gonna knock on wood, knock on Saboners. I think it'll be kind of quiet. We're only waiting on a couple of pieces of news. I think we get a lot of the news earlier in the day than we typically do. So hope for this to be like an efficient hour 15. We're going to get into, I'm seeing the chat already. We see Weisberg. Weisberg gets a huge W today because he put me on to the All NBA pod this morning with Adam Mayers and DNVR crew. And then I started combing through Adam Mayers' Twitter and texting different Denver people. And then we did a thing. And I'll show you some of the lineups here in a second. But before we do, of course, we're going to be doing a little giveaway. You got to like the stream, subscribe to the channel. Hashtag to Joker. And yeah, listen, we figured out what went down this morning, so we're good. We're good to go. We're good to go. I am going. You're studying Sanjay Rich. You're in law school, big dog. We're in law school over there. Hell yeah. I mean, not hell yeah that day for the day off, but I get you. Listen, this is what I'm just gonna do this now. We're gonna look at this now. The people have been asking, so we did. We fired 8 different 6th round Nikola Jokic teams when he was still ruled out today. 2 of them were canceled by the underdog people, and I have been informed that the person that threw that contest the draft has since been banned. So that did make me feel a little bit better. But let's look at these teams here. So this is for the dog bowl, and then I promise we're gonna do some so rare stuff. Don't you worry, it's gonna be a normal show, but we get time. So we get 6 Jokic teams. Ready? Here's our first one. We got Donovan Mitchell in the first round, Steph Curry in the second round, Derek White in the third, followed by Jared Allen, Brandon Ingram, and then there he is, Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic in the 6th round. Our next one, we have another Steph Curry and Derek White combo, but this time with hashtag hard on. We've got Denny Avdia. We got Kyle Groomed Filipowski, and then Jokic down there. This one is with Luka Magic if Luka goes, right? So we have Luka. We have Triple J. We have Derek White again. We have Jared Allen again. We have Brandon Ingram. And then Jokic. We got 3 more. This one is James Harden, Scotty Barnes start, followed with Derek White again. Trey Murphy III, DeMar DeRozan, and Nikola Jokic. This one is pretty fun too. So this is Spida, Alex Sarr, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. Keontae, Fast PP, Jared Allen, and Jokic. And then this last one, now this is my favorite one. Was this LeBron pick? No, this wasn't that one. This is Donovan Mitchell, Jaren Jackson Jr., LeBron James, Denny Avdia, Peyton Pritchard, and what was the last one? Nikola Jokic. So we have 6 different cracks at it tonight. I'm almost, this is not me complaining, I promise. I'm very excited. I am nervous because now, this always feels like a crapshoot, and now I feel like I can do it tonight. I know our guy TST also got one. He did, I think, only 1 or 2 dog bowls, and one of them has Jokic in the 6th. So, listen, a lot of stuff needs to go right. We still don't know if Jokic is going to be on a minute restriction. I was a little bit pissed only because I had mentally decided that I was going to have somewhere between 10 and 15 Jokic shots. That was I had decided that I was comfortable donating that amount of money, assuming he didn't play. But yeah, for those that hadn't saw the podcast, it was pretty funny. Adam Mayers was just kind of like, this was, I think it was recorded late last night, and he was just like, basically was like, what if he comes back tonight? What if he's back tonight? What if he's back tonight? So we'll wait and see. Hopefully this runs well. Would love to knock a seat down, but there's still plenty of space in that contest too. I don't know fill rate. What's it at? 52%. I'm curious to see what that ends up filling in. All right, that's enough of that though. Let's get into. Oh, the pod was live. Yeah, but wasn't it? It was last night, right? Was that not last night or that was today? Anyways, let's get into it. All right, let's go. Let's share screen. Let's get into some of these. Let's get into some of the schedule. Oh, it was today. Wow. All right, cool. Thanks. All right, let's get into the schedule for tonight. We're going to try to rip through this pretty quickly. We'll get right into projections and questions and try to wrap up in about an hour. So I was kind of surprised. Lakers are favored by 9.5. Austin Reeves, AR-15, sounds like he's going to be back and maybe play some basketball tonight. And also, I don't think meaningful enough that you're like, ooh, we should play him. I do think it'll slow down any sort of Laravia. Marcus Smart maybe takes a few minutes away from Rui, who's now in trade rumors, it sounds like. This is just Luka and LeBron. I'm not really excited about anybody else. Washington, I was kind of surprised. I thought Alex Sarr might sit this one. He was questionable last night, played a ton of minutes. Then the Wizards went out, ruled out Bagley, Vucevic again. They also ruled out Chris Middleton and Trey Johnson. So I think Bub Carrington's stock goes up a little bit. Keyshawn George should be in for a boatload of minutes. So should Alex Sarr. I don't think they'll mess around. Like, I think Sarr, maybe it's not 36 minutes, but maybe it's like 30, 32 or something like that. I don't know. So anyways, that's that game. Then we get the Raptors and the Magic. I still listen, my favorite bets tonight, and maybe I'm a fish for this, but I would just parlay the Toronto money line with the Detroit money line. That's where I would go. That is where I would go. But even if, so back to the Jokic minute restriction, I mean, for Sorare, I understand not playing him, but I mean, like what you're saying, would you rather have 34 minutes of DeMar DeRozan on a back-to-back or 27 minutes of Nikola Jokic? Would you rather have 36 minutes of Kyle Filipowski? Filipowski's not going to play 36 minutes. 32 minutes of Kyle Filipowski or 26 minutes of Nikola Jokic, So maybe the case for it is that, it's not a bigger gap than what we thought, but I don't know. If they drop news, Jokic is getting 20 for sure. Yeah, we'll see. Anyways, but my favorite bet tonight, I think Raptors and Pistons money line. If you put those together, a little parlay action. But for Toronto, they're getting pretty healthy, which makes them tough for fantasy. Like IQ's cap starting to come up, so that's not as fun with RJ Barrett's minutes coming back up high or higher. We got Colin Murray Boyles, who's back in action. So it's weird. Like the Toronto team has gotten better, but kind of more difficult from a fantasy perspective. Jalen Suggs minutes seem full now. That's pretty fun. Still no Franzi, still no Mo. Somebody named Castleton. I think he's on that team too. The Light the Beam Bros. So no Sabone today. Russ has already been ruled out. Malik Monk is not on the injury report. So there's no Russ. There's no Sabonis. Let me just quickly give you some of the minutes from last night's game in that tough one against Philly. So DeRozan played 38 minutes. Levine only played 29. Schroeder played 31. So Precious Achiuwa played 34. Jesus. We might see a little bit more Dylan Cardwell. I know Keon Ellis is in a ton of rumors right now. He played 20 minutes. I don't know. I kind of think, wow, man, I just jinxed it. I was just saying I haven't gotten the underdog tax information yet, and I just got it. And literally was just asking people. But I think I don't know. I'm not really too excited about the Kings. Really. That's not too fun for me. And the Celtics. I guess burying the lead here. The Celtics are without Jaylen Brown tonight. They get Nehemias Queta back, which is pretty exciting. Oh, PRA sitting at 39.5. Yeah, we'll take that. Derek White and Peyton Pritchard are projecting through the moon, and I think it makes sense. My only concern, Derek White's just been bad lately, but I do think it makes sense. I think maybe that's just. You got to just overlook the recency bias, right? And just go ahead and play him because it is against Sacramento and it is without JB. So you can go there. Sam Hauser's probably going to project okay. Maybe some Anthony Simons too. And then the Trailblazers and the Knicks. I think we are still waiting for Denny Avdia news. That's what we're waiting for there. Hopefully we get that soon. We did just get some Hawks news for tomorrow, by the way. Jalen Johnson is questionable. So is Zachary Risachet. Time Lord's questionable for tonight, too, against the Knicks. Listen, Denny Avdia, it was in every single NBA type social promo video today. So I feel like Denny's going just with how much they've been pumping him out on socials. And then, for the Knicks, no Deuce McBride, but everybody else seems good to go. So there you go. I don't really love the Knicks, if I'm being honest. I don't. I thought maybe we'd miss Josh Hart or something like that. I got too much Karl Anthony Towns tonight. I do know that. Okay, the Pelicans. This line's only shifted 1 point towards Memphis here. Pellies are favored by 2.5. Again, we talked about this morning, but this game specifically, man, like we saw Cam Spencer go nuts, we saw Jaren Jackson Jr. go nuts, and we saw Jacques go nuts as well. On the Pelicans side, Zion and Trey went crazy. I mentioned this morning too, Jordan Poole seems to be out of the rotation now. I don't know. It's just Zion and Trey for me. I'm not really too excited about any of the other Pelicans. I think the Grizzlies are a little bit more interesting. Ty Jerome has a doubtful tag. Don't think we're gonna see Ty Jerome tonight, but I do think we're gonna see him back soon. And sounds like Scottie Pippen Jr. might be back soon as well. Oh my God, I forgot about Sadiq Bey. Bay. Great call. Sadiq Bey was my Zag plant this morning. Can't believe how quickly we've forgotten. That's how excited we get about Nikola Jokic. Yeah, we do. Okay, bottom line saying I don't believe. Oh, he was downgraded out. Thank you. You don't believe in Denny long term? Interesting. Although you say depleted Portland team, man, they've almost been They're almost 500. They're almost 500, bro. You failed your level 3 streak. Ah, sorry, dude. That sucks. 3DK. Cavs are on the back-to-back. No, they're not. The Phoenix Suns are on the back-to-back. This line, Cleveland favored by 2.5. Phoenix got Jalen. They get Jalen Green back, which is like a slight downgrade. Take like a few fantasy points away from Grayson Allen, Dylan Brooks, and Colin Gillespie, I think. But I don't know. I don't really love this game outside of Spida. You know, no Mobley. Get to Jared Allen. Sure. Jalen Tyson, he's fun too. From Phoenix, though, I think it's just Dylan Brooks for me, and even then, I'm not super excited. But yeah, the big news here. So this line was at 7.5 at one point, all the way down to 1.5, now back to 2.5. This is with the news that Jokic is going. They still don't have Aaron Gordon. Jamal Murray and somebody else are technically probable tonight. I'm assuming they're going. I actually think we saw this total go from like 209.5 to 219.5, I think. I think this is a good sign. Jokic coming back is like weirdly a good sign for everybody else too, just because it keeps the game a little bit more competitive. I think we could see a little bit more Kawhi. All right, Sanjay says if Bay goes off, I'll go to the club tomorrow. Shout out, Bay. You gotta do it. You got to do it. But anyways, I like Kawhi and Harden a little bit more. Zubats has been rough lately, but sure, you can do that too. Okay, the Jazz Nets news. So we did get some of this. We got some of this that we saw coming. So Michael Porter Jr. Is out. MPJ's out, but Claxton's in. Lauri Markkanen's out. Yusuf Nurkic, the Bosnian beast, is also out. So I don't know. Are we really trusting Kyle Filipowski, man? But there's no Kevin Love, there's no Lauri Markkanen, there's no Yusuf Nurkic, right? He has to play like 30 minutes. It's against Claxton. And now speaking of Claxton, I would have loved if Nicholas Claxton got ruled out tonight, and then we could just fire up all the Day'Ron Sharps in the world. I'm nervous that Claxton played like 30-ish minutes last night and then has to turn around and play again tonight, especially with no MPJ. But both of these teams suck. Both of these teams don't want to win these games. I don't know, man. I don't know. Will Michael Porter Jr. play the second game? I don't know yet. We don't have the Denny news yet either. I would assume Michael Porter Jr. plays the second game, but I don't think we have Denny news yet. But anyways, Claxton's in a smash spot. Claxton is in a smash spot. I don't know what to do with it, though. I don't know what to do with it. All right, hold on. Let's see what else we got. What else do we have? All right. Sorry, guys. Excuse me. We want Joker, Ben. No, we don't, Alan. Shut the fuck up. Alan, I'll kick you out of here so fast. Slow-mo will outscore Filipowski. Maybe. If you want to draft Kyle Anderson, go for it, brother. It will not be me. And then the last game of the night, again, the Warriors favored by 2.5. I thought we were going to see some funny business from Detroit, but it just seems like that's just back-to-back, man. I don't know. Really? Is that what we're doing? We're just going to take the Warriors to win now? I mean, Detroit got spanked a little bit last night. I kind of like the Pistons to win this game. But Cade's probable, Karis LeVert's doubtful. Everybody else good to go. Let's quickly look at the rest of the slate here just on Saturday and Sunday, and then we'll get into some projections here. So Spurs and Hornets play their first game on Saturday. Hawks and Pacers there first. So the Pelicans are on the front end of a back-to-back tonight, so we might get some funny business tomorrow against Philly. Then Bulls and Heat will play their first game. We already got that Norm Powell is going to miss this game. Timberwolves and Grizzlies. So the Grizzlies will be on a back end of a back-to-back tomorrow. And then Dallas and Houston play their first game on Saturday. And then on Sunday, Bucks and Celtics. So that'll be the Bucks' only game this weekend. And it's an ESPN against the Celtics in their second game. The Spurs the Spurs will be on a back-to-back against Orlando. Brooklyn's second game will be against Detroit in their second game. Bulls and Heat will play each other again. They will just run that shit back. I believe that's a makeup game. Then the Jazz and Raptors, both teams playing their second game. Kings and Wiz, same thing. Lakers and Knicks, same thing. Clippers second game against Phoenix in their second game. Same thing with Cavs and the TBs. And then Thunder and Nuggets on Sunday night on the cock. So this is good. Oh, man. Lots of panic now in my DMs about is Jokic only coming back to play 5 minutes so that he can qualify for the award season? I don't think so. Jokic doesn't seem to be like that guy. Oh, Allen. Let's put Allen in timeout. Let's time out this motherfucker already. Let's do it right now. Allen, I'm putting you in timeout. You put user in timeout. 5 minutes. 5 minutes of Allen shutting up. Markin's saying thinking about sitting out this next game week to go for a streak 4 and rare champ because there are more games next game week. What's your opinion? Man, it all depends. Like, look at your MVP schedule next week too. You know, like it really does come down to your MVP. I don't know. I don't really know. I feel like we've got a lot of teams playing 2 games this game week, so I don't know. The one thing I will say as we go over to projections, one of the things we'll notice, there's not really a lot of teams here. There's not a lot of like low caps here that are popping. So this is more of a balanced build week because what I was trying to do was fit Wemby in as my second piece for a lot of these. Let me just do a hard refresh. My second piece for one of my champions, but we just don't have the value in it, right? So if we just let's start by filtering the cap here, less than or equal to 20. Let's get that going. All right, so if we just do it by projection, right, Dennis Schroeder, I think this is actually a pretty good shout here, right? Cap of 20 with a projection of 29. We know Monk is back, but they're still without Russ, so that's fine. Pelly Larson will get a little bit of a boost, assuming no Davion Mitchell again and no Norm Powell. Spencer Jones, I don't know. I think I'd be down on the Spencer Jones a little bit. Same thing with Jonas Valanciunas. They don't have a back-to-back. I mean, I guess his projection came down a little bit, so you can still play Jonas, but it'll be off the bench. You got Dean Wade over there. A lot of Miami guys, right? Miami and Memphis are going to be the guys that are popping the most. Nikola Jovic here, cap of 14 with a projection of 24. You see Chris Dunn, Jalen Wells, and then Cam Thomas, man, if you think they're going to let him go, if Jordy Fernandez will just let him ball for a little bit. But, man, Cam's been really bad. Khalil Ware, too, he's also been pretty bad. But he just doesn't play, right? I think he went like nuts in 12 minutes the other night. But Dylan Harper has been hooping a little bit more. Cap of 17 with a projection of 22. You see some Drew Smith. But see what I'm saying? There's not like, and if you just look by straight value, right? It's not Tyler Kolek's like your only sub-10 guy here with a cap of 8 and a projection of 17. I still think that's a little thin. So there's not really a lot of great options. So it really does feel like a balanced build. If we just sort by straight value, no cap restriction, right? No cap. Derek White and Jalen Brunson seem to be the 2 highest projected guys this game week. Again, Derek White tonight with no JB. He's going to cap at 36. He projects for 52.8. If we just sort by straight projection, Derek White is the 4th highest projected play on the slate. Projections beyond that White stuff. Jalen Brunson, he's next up, cap of 32 with a projection of 47. Then you guys see Cade Cunningham. Keyshawn George, we mentioned him. 2 games this week. Third cap of 32 with a projection of 45. You see Jalen Smith down here. Anthony, the Stock King Black. J.A. over there with a cap of 29 with a projection of 40. Kobe White. Then it's got Wemby. Zion with a pretty decent cap there. Cap of 36 with a projection of 47. Again, though, like, you know, if he plays full minutes tonight, might be a little less tomorrow, you know? Sar should be in there as well. Yeah, let's see where there's Sar right there. Cap of 32 with a projection of 43. Haven't talked about Ace Bailey at all. I think, like, actually, let's just look at Utah for a second. The Utes. Let's look at the Utes. All right, so you got Ace Bailey leading the way. The Keontae Joe, I feel like Keontae should be projecting for more than 50, but whatever. You see Kyle Filipowski right there. Not a great projection. Cap of 22, the projection of 28. There's your slow-mo. He projects for 22. Isaiah Collier. Bryce Sensabaugh is fun. But Utah's really tough to figure out, man. Really tough. And then if we just do straight projections here, we got Luka leading the way at 62, followed by Wemby, Cade, Derek White, Donovan Mitchell, Nikola Jokic. I would bet, too, like, if we think Jokic is on a minute restriction, if I had to guess, I would say Jokic would play 28 minutes tonight and 28 minutes on Sunday. That would be my guess. I can't imagine a world where Denver is already pretty thin with Aaron Gordon, right? But they've been able to kind of stay afloat, not only stay afloat, but like gain some ground here, right? Sitting in that 2-3 spot. I can't see a world where they bring back Jokic when he's not ready. So if he is on a minute restriction, my guess is it's for conditioning. Although the way Jokic plays, I don't know how much conditioning is needed, you know? So if he's good to go tonight and it's like 28 minutes, I think he'll be good to go on Sunday as well. Borland asking about Anthony Edwards. I think it's do they only have one game? That's probably why he's not popping up here. Yeah, he only has one game and his cap is up to 47. I mean, I think it's fine. I think you could do it, but the reason everyone else is projecting a little bit better is because of that, because of just the one game. Excuse me. All right, let's just pop over to my Sorare here for a second. And we will, I'll just show you the lineups that I'm rolling out. I'm still going to have to build a couple more maybe, but I did 2 champions and I think two champions in a I haven't even built the contender yet. Okay, so you can help me build the contender. These are my 2 champion lineups here. Let's take a little sip. Also, you're seeing it happen now. Like the stream, subscribe to the channel, hashtag to Joker. We got 2 giveaways today too. All right, so this is what I was thinking for my first lineup of just going Luka Magic, Derek White, Triple J, Kyle Kuzma. And then Kuz only with one game kind of sucks, but then Bub Carrington in the second one. That's what I was going to do. I really like Bub tonight for his minutes and his cap. The other one here, we had Triple J again, Nikola Jokic, Karl Anthony Towns, Jaime Jaquez, who again gets a nice little boost with Miami being shorthanded, and then Ryan Rollins over there. So those are my 2 champs, and I believe we're going for streak 3 on both of these, I think. And now for my contender, I wanted to start with Jovic here and then get some Bobby Lobby. What's Bobby's cap here? 27. Okay, that's not what I meant to do. Let's throw Jovic in there. But again, I don't have like a lot of good value here, which is a little bit tough. So we throw Jovic in there. The one cheapo that I was thinking about throwing in was Aaron Nesmith, who I think has a cap of 24. It's only one game, but it is against Atlanta. I think that's kind of fun. So that leaves us with 27 for the last 2 spots. Now we could try to fit in a Zion here, and that would leave us with 19. I don't know. You have Walter Clayton, Time Lord here. Chris Middleton, we know, is not playing tonight. Khalil Ware, I mean, I don't know. Maybe do we trust Ware? He's the highest projected one. AJ Green with one game, but see, there's not a lot of options here. Kyle Anderson would have been fun if I... what if we throw Kyle Anderson in there and see if we can pivot off of Nesmith? That might be the move here. That leaves us with 26. God forbid that actually slides down to 26. I love that it does that sometimes, but not all the time. Let's see if there's anybody with 26 here that is an in-season card that we can get away with. There's Sammy Hauser. Man, Nehemiah Cade is a pretty solid play, too. Miles Turner. Man, okay, so we're going to have to do a couple of these. All right, Mark Williams. I mean, Mark Williams with 2 games. Maybe we just do that. Mark Williams, you've got Moussa Diabate with 1 game against San Antonio, or Mark Williams with 2 games. Jalen Tyson. Let's just ride with Jalen Tyson. There we go. Bobby, Jovic, Tyson, Zion, and Slow-Mo. I'm a little bit nervous about Kyle Hendricks. Brunson yeah, we went over Brunson, right? He projects really well. He's got a cap of 32 and a projection of 47, I believe I said. We'll throw that in there. I tell you what, though, we can stop with my lineup building and just kind of get into some of your questions. We can just do it. So if you guys have questions, start firing them in there now. I can pull up the Taylor Hendricks projection. We can start with that one at Hershey if you want. Yeah, just figuring out Utah is a little bit tricky. They got a cap of 9 with a projection of 15.4. So that feels like right down the contender pipeline, you know? Mark Williams needs to be on the stream at this point. We are a fan club. You're right. We are a fan club. Shut up, Marky Dubs. Shut up, Marky Dubs. All right, what else you guys have? Come on, keep it going. Kawhi, Jovic or Valanciunas? I think I would still go Valanciunas. So Jovic, man, was kind of buried lately. I know he projects for 23.9. Jonas projects for 25.3. So, like, Valanciunas is, when his minute projection is usually somewhere between 24 and 28 minutes, right? I know he played that 31 time, but usually it's somewhere in that range. I think with Jokic coming back, and if we assume Jokic is sub 30, but in that 28, I think that still puts Jonas there. So I think we can get to Valanciunas. I think we can. Kawhi or Jamal Murray? I honestly think I would go Kawhi, especially with Jokic being back. Kawhi projects for 42.5. I'm going to take the over. And then Jamal projects for 48. So Jamal does project for more, but I would take Kawhi. Gigi Jackson or Jalen Wells. I think Gigi Jackson has more vibe to him, but it's going to be Jalen Wells. Gigi Jackson does not project. Wells projects for 17. So it's probably Jalen Wells. But there's way more vibes to Gigi Jackson. I'll tell you that right now. What else you guys have? Guys, I'm excited tonight. I got a little boys' dinner. That you can't say it like that, especially coming off of new Epstein files dropping. Yikes, by the way. Yikes. Can we stop fucking kids? What are we doing? Anyways, yikes. Hard pivot there, guys, but that's what happened. That's what happens when you improv some of this. I'm going up for Korean food tonight with a couple of my friends, and I'm really excited. Even though it's like 4 degrees right now, I'm very excited. Fabian, all you got to do is scrub back like literally 3 minutes. Just finished saying that. I think you play Jokic and you can still play Jonas Valanciunas. You can do both of those. Michael Porter Jr. is only going to play 1 game, so I think if you have better options there, Travel Addict Guy, I would try to find another option. But if you don't, I think you can still play him. What do we think about Herter with Kobe White, Giddey, and I don't think Giddey's been ruled out yet, right? Isn't Giddey questionable? Let me go back to that. I think Giddey's questionable, no? Let me scroll to the Chicago News. So Vooch is doubtful, Kobe White is questionable, and Giddey's questionable. So those guys aren't out. I actually would lean that Giddey is playing in that at least one of those games, probably both of those games, because he sat. My guess is Vooch sits one of the 2, and then Kobe White sits one of the 2. So Trey Jones for sure is out. I think you can play Kevin Huerter. I'll show you the projections now, but I wouldn't do it based on all of those guys being out because I don't think that's the case. Right now he projects for 26.5. Io, on the other hand, projects for 30. I would take the over on that. Let's see what else we got. Jaime and Flag, yeah, sure. Jaime over here, Caspi, he projects for 30.4. Flag, on the other hand, projects for 34.2. Man, Flag be hooping. Converse Cooper, yeah, that was awesome. No Mark Williams drop. I know, man. What you guys don't know about the drops is those were made 4 years ago by somebody that does not watch the channel anymore. It's because Top Shot died. These hands time, yeah. Well, it feels weird to play these hands fresh off of talking about what we were talking about. But you know what? We should do it. We should do these hands, you know? Let's just get the vibes back up. Let's win. God, I want to win this slate. I want to win this seat so bad to Los Angeles. I need to do it. And I'm embarrassed that it's probably more for clout than it is for the cash. You know what I mean? I want you guys to believe that I'm good at this. All right, let's go. Let's get some of these hands going. We gotta switch this. We gotta switch the screen here. We gotta switch this screen. Hold on. Here we go. Let's go. Put the hands in the chat. Full screen. Let's go.
Same hands that work the pain. Same hands I fold in prayer. 12 years and I'm still learning what it means to really care. They see me on the court at night. That ain't all I am.
From where?
From Ames to San Antonio, trying to serve a bigger plan.
Come on.
These hands that give, woo. These hands that live, more than buckets, more than wins.
Shout out Harrison Barnes and the artificial intelligence.
These hands that give, woo. These hands that reach to every child that needs to live. That's the real gift.
Wow. God, the vibes were immaculate on that one. Get him a Grammy. I'm going to do rapid-fire questions to catch up on what I missed here. Ready? Clipton reported. Slow-mo is playable. Yes, he is. Shout out that. Jalen Johnson is questionable. I'm a little bit nervous because it's a calf, but I'm going to go ahead and I would play him in. I would take Triple J over Towns, although I'd be real nervous about it because Triple J loves to take a dump on your chest. Karl Anthony Towns, though, will do that. So I think I would go Jaren Jackson Jr. because of the matchup. Will Riley, let me bring the projections back. Oh, no, they started playing again. Let me bring the projections back up. I know there's going to be so many hand emojis, so I just don't want to miss any questions here. So Riley Will Riley projects for 17.6. People were talking about Simons. He projects for 31. I'd take the over on Anthony Simons. I feel like he's going to cook here. I would take Koulibaly over Gillespie. I feel like Koulibaly's got a shot at 30 minutes. He projects for 31. Gillespie, on the other hand, well, Gillespie projects for 36, so maybe I'll egg on my face. Gillespie on my face. Wonder what Jordan... Yeah, Jordan Poole's dead. Bim... Oh, my God. What game is that, Details? What game are you playing over there, brother? What game are you playing over there? What else yeah, look at these hands. Look at these hands. Alan's back after getting muted for 5 minutes. Welcome back, Alan. What else do we have? I would take, let's see, Paulo versus Embiid. Let's see what we got here. Paulo projects for 47. I'm taking Embiid. Embiid projects for 47. Give me the Embiids. Only thing you're fading there is an injury tag, but I would take Embiid. We just did that. He projects for 34. What about Celtic guys like Ugo, 10 cap and Brown out? Yeah, Ugo's fine. Ugo's fine. The problem with Ugo is he's not a fantasy basketball player, right? He's a winning basketball player. So he's gonna do some stuff, but he might not get you fantasy points. So Jalen Johnson does project for 46.4, but again, it's only one game and it's questionable. So at your own risk. Drew Smith, that dong, 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 dong. I know that's not Drew Smith, but cap of 15 with a projection of 22. This is the 2-card giveaway this stream. You're absolutely right. The Kyle Kuzma. He projects for 25.9. The Coos. All right. Did we get any more injury news yet? So we're still really waiting on Luka and Denny, right? Those are the big ones. Fox and then AJ Green. And you need Demon and Najee. All right. So Fox here. Fox projects for 41.3. AJ Green projects for 21.2. Yegor Demon projects for 26.4. What is Yegor? Is he playing tonight? Is that a play? Is Demon a play? Is he a swap? Najee projects for 29.1. They only have one game. I think with Cooper being healthy, PJ being healthy, he slows down a little bit. Scotty Barnes. Scotty over here projects for 44.2. 44 points. I kind of like Scotty tonight. I know projections don't. I kind of like Scotty. Yeah, man, it's Hershey. If I had to pick one net to go nuts, I feel like it's I'm sorry, Nick Claxton. Ooh. It feels like he's going to be the one that cooks. If I had to pick one, that's who I thought it would be. Sorry, let's see. Well, I'm going to check in on this underdog here. Underdog. What's this? It's at 50. Is it really only at 50? No, I got to refresh. That can't be right. Because this is it's like an hour and 10 minutes from closing time. 58% though. There's going to be some overlay. iHeartRadio. So here's Isaiah Hartenstein's probably not going to play that many minutes. But let's look it up. He projects for 25.1 in the one game that they have. So I honestly, they're going to be so kid gloves with Isaiah Hartenstein just to make sure he's healthy. So I wouldn't go too nuts. Philip, yeah, I think you can go to Filipowski. So, LK, I was saying earlier, like he only projects for like 28. So he doesn't project like through the moon. I think you can do it. Kyle Anderson's the only guy you're worried about. Jaime or Carrington? I think I would take Jaime in this situation. Jaime projects for 30.4. Carrington projects for 30.8. Yeah. I think I would take Jaime, though. I think either one's fine. I think balanced, Alan. I don't think there's a lot of good low cap guys. I think we're living in the 20s. Luka Magic, we'll play the drop, bro. He's the highest projected guy on the slate. Let's play a little Luka Magic. Luka Magic. This is what we're talking about here. Look at this super chat right there. Look at this super chat on the moon. All right, so the top 3 plays, like MVPs, Luka. Like Luka and Wemby, I think are 1, 2. I'm a little light on Cade. I honestly would just rank them Luka, Wemby, and then Jokic. I know you could make a case for Spite over Jokic if you want, but I'm an adult and I'm not going to do that. So those would be my top 3. And then you were saying what for 25 or less here? It's not great, Bob. Like Kobe White here, I think Kobe White's a really good play. Cap of 25 with the projection of 36. You get Tobias Harris, cap of 24 with the projection of 34. But again, they're on the back-to-back. I really like Ace Bailey, though. I think Ace Bailey is a very sharp call here. You got Champagne over there. Anthony Simons is a lot of fun. And then Jaime Jaquez, PJ Washington. Moussa Diabate, too. He should get a shout. I know they only have one game, but the Moose has been loose. Fox or I would take Fox over. Yeah, I would take Fox over Paul George. Andrew Wiggins. Oh God, Marco. I think it's going to be Pod God. Let's see though. Pajemski projects for 29.2. Wiggins projects for 39.2. Yeah. With the Miami, I mean, listen, I'd take the under on that Wiggins projection, but it makes sense. I'd rank them Triple J, Cat, and then Sabonis. So Sabonis isn't playing tonight. That gets a ding against him. Triple J's in a great matchup. So there you go. You playing the new. Oh, no. The winter set? No. No, I'm not. Is Luca? Well, no, we're still waiting on Luca. We're still waiting on Luca. I don't think the court should be raised like they are in Cleveland. Miles Bridges. Oh, we're looking for Miles, that piece of shit Bridges. Yeah, sure. He has a cap of 25, a projection of 28.5. 28.5. I think maybe Sar is just a Sar of the week. Maybe you just run that back. Can you please rank Kobe White, Jaime Portis, Kuzma, and Bailey? I think I would rank them Kuzma, Portis. Yeah, Kuzma, Portis, Jaime, Kuzma. Kobe White. I'd rank Kobe White number 1, Portis number 2, Jaime number 3, Kuz number 4, Bailey number 5. Yeah, we haven't talked about Baylor, the Shireman. Baylor projects for, did I spell his name wrong? He projects for 13.8. His cap is 13. That's not super fun. Who's the other one you said? Sorry, Baylor. Oh, Johnny Concha. I think Concha is probably going to project better. He projects for 18.1. Fucking nailed it. Nailed it, best 37, huh, KJ? It's going to be Derek White, and it's not going to be close. And then it's going to be Jalen Brunson would be my guess. Oh, no, that's value. Sorry. Less than or equal to 37. Yeah, Derek White, then Jalen Brunson. There you go. And then Zion Williamson right behind JB, followed by Fast, PP, Peyton Pritchard, Keyshawn George, AB, Alexander Sarr, Jalen Smith, Triple J, BI, Catmandu, and so on and so on. Hold on. We're going to take a sip. Let's see. All right. Levine, man. Oh, Luka's in. Bang, bang, bang. AR out. Okay. Luka in, AR out. Okay. Man, let's go. Guys, I want to win a seat to the dog bowl. Woof. You know what I'm saying? Come on. We need it. All right, hold on. Would you play Dylan Brooks over Wiggins? Yes. Back to Levine, man. He's just played some uninspired basketball, okay? So I'm not really a fan. You can do it, though, if you put your back into it. No, you can do it. I think Levine's fine. I'm not going to do it. Yeah, we do still need the Denny news. What can you win at the dog bowl? I'll tell you what you win at the dog bowl. $200,000. $200,000. Yeah, that's what you can win. All right, let's see. What else we got? Can Zion hit 70? No, probably not, because he got a back-to-back. I think he can hit 55 tonight. I don't think he's going to hit 70. J-Val projects for 25. Trey Murphy, yeah, we haven't looked at Trey. Trey Ball. Let's see what Trey is. His cap just got so damn high. Trey Murphy has a cap. He's got a cap of 46. See, that's a high one. But he projects for 49. I will never forget about you guys, but I will start doing it in bikinis. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to be moving to a beach. LeBron, Laravia options. What fucking question is this, Alan? Are you saying, are you asking if, sure. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Let's. I don't want to do that one.
We can't go down this road. We can't talk about like how you need to have had sex in order to have responsibility. I just think it changes you, you know? I think it changes you.
I think about that. Every time we do that, not only do I think about how many virgins are in the chat, but I also think like, where is that hoodie, man? I miss that hoodie. Where is that hoodie? You could have flown to the dog bowl with all the entry fees. Don't be a dickhead, Snoop. Also, for the record, I don't win 200K tonight, but I'd win $10,000. I would go to Los Angeles, all expenses paid. I'd be going to a Lakers Pacers game. I would be going to a yacht party, and then I would have the opportunity in a small fields final to win 200K. Who would you pick with an L10 under 19 included? What the fuck's included? Sorry, guys. I'm having fun. I'm having fun. I hope you guys are. Less than or equal to 19. All right. Oh, Jonas Valanciunas by far the best play. Yeah, Jonas. I'd rank them Jonas. Honestly, I'd take a shot on Cam Thomas. Jonas, Cam Thomas, Jovic, Spencer Jones, Dean Wade. Dean Wade should play a lot. Actually, Dean Wade should play a lot. Ugo. You want a little Ugo? Ugo has a cap of 10. He projects for 0. That's wrong. I would say he projects for 17. Nah, that's too high. 15. Best two champs. Amen. Hard on Trey Murphy. I would go Harden and Trey Murphy just in case Zion sits tomorrow and then you get Trey Murphy by himself. Man, Marco, that's a great question. I think it's Sar. But I would go Keyshawn. Didn't we already get did the Austin Reeves news just come out? I thought you guys had already told me he was out a second ago. But yeah, no Austin Reeves, but Luka's in. I need Denny, though. Give me the Denny and free my soul. I want Denny Avdia to play basketball. Okay, what do we got here? What do we got? Rate your professor here. Doncic, nice. Cat, nice. Brunson. This is a good lineup. The only thing that sucks is about and I wouldn't change a gosh darn thing there, Aaron. Aaron Borland from Minnesota. I wouldn't change a gosh darn thing there. Okay, darn. It sucks that Portis and Turner are only playing one game. It also sucks that it's Miles Turner. But Miles Turner seems to be hooping right now without Giannis Antetokounmpo. So yeah, I think that's fine. I don't have better options for it, so I think that's fine. I like it. Should I go all in for Cade and Kolek or go balance with Mikal? Man, Mikal kind of sucks, though. David, I think I would... Oh, boy. All right, what do projections tell us? So, Cade projects for 57, and Kolek projects for, what do we say, 17, 16? 17. All right, so I already forgot. 17 and 57 is 74, right? So 74, you have Bridges here for 39. Wow, that's actually pretty high. Bridges for basically 40. Okay, so 40, and Jaime is 70. Okay, so it's Cade, man. It's cooking with Cade, and you just hope Kolek cooks. Cooking with Cade. Playing both Keyshawn and Sar. Yeah, I think that's fine too. No, still nothing on him. Luka Magic. Triple J, Sar, Zion, Jonas hitting 250. I think so, man. Siakam or Steph? I think I'm Team Steph on this one. The chef here projects for 44. Siakam for 40. I like Steph should get loose, I think, a little bit tonight. So I do. Best 22 and under. Man, yeah, that range is kind of tough, right? Let's see. Again, we don't have a lot of great value tonight. Ace Bailey by far. I would rank them Ace Bailey, Filipowski, Dennis Schroeder. I think Jordan Goodwin takes a little bit of a hit here with Jalen Green coming back. Kevin Huerter is a good shout. Kyle Kuzma with one game. All of those guys. There's a couple better options than I thought. Good question. Good question. Okay, all right. You got Luka. You got Wemby. You got Sar. You got Jaime and Jonas, but not sure if I want to play Jonas. Yeah, I think the two games... It not being a back-to-back, listen, I think you need to re-examine some expectations, right? Where Jonas had like this cap of 17, and we're like, holy shit, he's projecting for 44, right? We know he's going to be the backup center. I still think he's going to play like 20 minutes at least. And Jonas in 20 minutes can do some work, especially if he's going up against backup fives. Like if Zubats is paired up against Jokic, that means it's like Brook Lopez and Jonas. And I know Brook's going to try to bring Jonas outside, but it's not like the Nuggets can switch it up and go small. I don't think they're going to run Zeke Naji out there a ton of minutes. So I don't know. I think he can still do it. I think he can. Keep the questions coming here. We got another 15 minutes or so. Let's remind the people what the giveaway situation is. We're gonna do two different giveaways here for you this evening. If you just like the stream, subscribe to the channel, put hashtag Joker into the chat. Man, so bummed. I was hoping Underdog forgot to send me the tax stuff, and then I was like, oh hell yeah! But turns out I did kick ass. I did kick ass. so I got to pay. I got to pay that sick money to the government, even though the government is full of pedophiles. Anyway, sorry guys. Uh, sometimes we don't censor ourselves here, okay? How are Castle and Fox looking? Yeah. Let's see. Castle. They have 2 games, right? Cap of 30. Castle cap of 30. The projection of 37.5. That's pretty nice. And what does the Fox say? Fox projects for 41. Both pretty solid plays. Not in priority lineup. Going for the 4th streak. Can't really take that risk. Needs someone who has a higher. Oh wait, who are you? Oh, you're talking about Jonas. Yeah, but I mean, you say that, but I don't. I think Jonas is the best, one of the better plays in that range, though. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you're doing that. Where does your golf clubs go in the background? Great question, Snoop Loop. Glad you asked. So I got a new driver. The A something Spida. I think it's a Callaway Spida, in honor of Donovan Mitchell. And I moved them. It's not a good story. I moved him to the other room when I got the driver from Christmas. I'm excited though. We just booked our golf trip. I think I told you guys I did this last year with my dad. It's me and my brother, and then my dad and all of my dad's boys. So there's like 8 of us, and they get like an Airbnb, and they go to a different part of. We did Maine the first year. Last year we did Western Massachusetts, and I think we're doing Laconia. In New Hampshire, so it's usually in the New England region, and we just like booked everything for I think June. It's before summer league, but I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I love golf. That's been like weirdly great for my mental health. Love it. All right, what about Carmelo Anthony projection? Nice, good question. We could do a Dear Roham in a second. I think Jalen Green's going to play. He's not playable and so rare. He's not like don't put him in a lineup. I think he's going to play like 16 minutes. My guy OG hit 63. No, not 60. He's not going to get close to 63. He got like 6 steals and 3 blocks or something like that, right? No, you can't trust that. I think I would go I think I'd go Filipowski, but it's really close, Marco. Oh, hell yeah. That's good. That's good there, Morello. Let's do a little Dear Roham. You want the Dear Roham? We can do it.
Dear Roham, I just want to say I'm trying, but all of the packs I'm buying are full of trash, so no thanks. Oh look, another 60K. Drew Eubanks is stupid, and I don't want to say you owe me, but my username's Top Shot Tony. So if you find it in your heart somewhere, deliver me a legendary moment.
Just a straight banger. Gary Trent doesn't actually project that well. I think if Cole Anthony were to miss, he does, but Cole Anthony played the last game. I don't think so. So he projects for 8. I would rank them Harden, then Cade, then Jalen Johnson. We just don't know if Jalen Johnson's going to play. What do we think about Jovic? Yeah, man, listen, dude, good luck with Jovic. Like, I'm playing him in my contender that has a streak on the line. But a cap 14 projection of 24, I don't trust them. But with them being a little bit shorthanded and having 2 games, like maybe we get lucky. So I think Klingon is fine. I would have liked this matchup more if Mitchell Robinson wasn't going for New York. But with Mitch Rob being back, lowers the ceiling a little bit with Klingon. But Klingon's been really good, man. I think Tyrese Proctor is like kind of out of the rotation a little bit, right? He's got a cap of 6 with a projection of 8. So I mean, like if you just need something, sure, but not my fave. We still don't have that Denny news, huh? Let me check some like the lines here. Have we gotten any movement? On the lines? And this game starts at 7, right? Oh no, this is Sunday. Sorry, Sunday. This game starts at 7:30. Still 7.5. I mean, I'd be so surprised if he doesn't do it. Hey, to the moon, Borland. To the moon. We've been drafting dingers. We're 10 underdog dangers in already, and we get a lot of them. Fox still projects for 41. Jalen Tyson, on the other hand, Tyson, I think, what was he projecting for? 32.8. I would take the over on that projection. I don't think projections have caught up to Tyson. Gafford. Gafford. Let's see. Danny Gaff, his minutes have been like stuck at 20, and he projects for 20. So, yeah, it's tough to play Gafford until he plays more minutes, and especially because they only have one game this game week. So that's a little bit tricky. Yusuf. Yeah, I would take Tyson over Mark Williams. Trey Murphy, Sar, Kuz, where this is a good lineup, man. I'm the travel addict guy. What I like about this is there's a lot of upside if Khalil Ware runs into some minutes. Maybe they give Bam a day off, but the Ware stuff's been tough. The Ware stuff of his has been tough. The minutes are just tough. How are you feeling about Dennis Schroeder? Yeah, I mean, Schroeder projects really well. There's still no Russell Westbrook. They do get Malik Monk back. Malik Monk and Keon Ellis are both in trade rumors, which you can look into that two different ways. One is they make sure they play him a lot tonight to showcase them, or two, they don't play him a lot because they don't want to showcase them because maybe they don't think they'll live up to their value, or they're nervous they get hurt. So I don't know. I don't really love them, the Kings. The Kings don't really project well. If I was to play a Sacramento King, it would be DeMar DeRozan. I would take Oubre over Mathurin, and this is Paul George, Andrew Wiggins, or Grayson Allen, I'm assuming you're asking. Andrew Wiggins projects for 39. Paul George projects for 36. I think I would go Wiggins there. Well, Grayson Allen projects for 39.8, but again, I think he's a slight downgrade. Yeah, Jamal Murray is probable. I'm assuming he's playing, but we don't have official word. I think Paul George is in third in this one, though, for me, bad step. Yeah, he's not getting hurt. I mean, he's not playing because he gets hurt all the time. Anytime you play Daniel Gafford more than 25 minutes, he gets hurt. Yeah, and I think this was to be expected, right? Because Hart got upgraded to probable earlier in the day and Deuce to doubtful. So, no, he's not. Brolo's not playable. Honestly, nobody. That's what I'm saying, man. There's nobody in that range. Like, if we just look straight by value, we don't get to a sub-20 guy until we get down to Nikola Jovic at 14. The next sub-20 guy is Kolek at 8, and it's not even, like, good value. Then you've got another one, Harrison Barnes, these hands, Christian Koloko. If you think Jalen Johnson's going to miss, you could get to Koloko party, Tommy Bryant, Cole Anthony, but it's not good. It's not good. Excuse me. Usually try not to cough into the microphone, or at least I try to mute it. Hey, couple of things. Can I just plug a couple of things real quick while you guys load up the questions? I feel like, there's like 100 of you watching, 160 of you watching right now. And I feel like some of you haven't subscribed to Bagel with Locks yet. So can you guys do me a favor? I'm going to drop this link into the chat. Go subscribe. Go subscribe. I just dropped this link. It's right there. It's easy. And then every morning, Monday through Friday, you get a nice little write-up, a nice little 5-minute write-up of what the day slate going to look like. Let's look at Jock, because we haven't really talked about him, even though I really like him. He's going to cap at 31 with the projection at 33.8. They've got 2 games this game week, but the second one's against Minnesota. Don't love it against Minnesota, but we saw in this same matchup, he went for 45 fantasy points against the Pelicans last week. I think it was last Wednesday. So I'm happy to go back to the well here with Jock Landale. I think that's a great play. But yeah, go subscribe to this. The other thing, too, we have a Splash Sports contest. If you can play Splash Sports, no matter whether you're in the U.S. or some, I think it's available in some European countries. I'm not going to show you my lineup, but we're doing a $10 entry right here, Friday Night Fight. $10 hoops. It's a 3-entry max, pays the top 5, which is a lot of fun. And then we've got some football stuff going on too. So if you haven't joined us over on Splash, go ahead and do it. Jared Allen. Yeah, I mean, I like Jared Allen tonight. People don't like to draft JA anymore, and I understand it. He's let everybody down. He was off to a really good start in that game against the Lakers, right? He had 17 and 8 in 24 minutes, but they blew their doors off. So he didn't really pop. But he's going to cap a 29 projection for 40. I think he can do Jared Allen. I like Allen a lot. Zion and Zubats or Paolo and Kobe. Man, I think it's Zion and Zubats, but that's close, Conrad. That's close, man. That's close. I mean, there's quite a few under 20 that but no one. Yeah. Okay, I agree with you, right? Like there's plenty of guys that have a cap of, like Baylor Shireman's a great example. He's got a cap of 13. He's probably going to get you 17. Ugo Gonzalez has a cap of 10. He's probably going to get you 18 or 19, something like that, right? But there's none of we don't have the scenario where we have a cap of like 8 projects for 24. Do I think Taylor Hendricks starts? I don't know, right? Is Cody Williams out? Let me see who we have available for the Jazz. My guess is, now again, Will Hardy hates Kyle Filipowski, but my guess is we have Keontae starting, Ace Bailey starting, Kyle Filipowski starting. If Cody Williams is out, then I could see Taylor Hendricks starting. Let me just double check who's out for Utah. Because Cody Williams is kind of a big deal. I feel like they want him to play because it's easier to tank with Cody Williams. And then Svi Maya, I feel like Svi's not going to play. I feel like, so the starting 5, let's do this again. Keontae, Filipowski, Bailey, Cody Williams, and then either Sensabaugh or Taylor Hendricks. Collier should get decent run. Yeah, maybe some slow-mo, but I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, let's see what else we got. Cat or Brunson? I mean, Brunson projects better by a smidge, but good luck, man. Good luck. Could you show us the best projected players for Kappa 33 and under? Yes, I can. It's going to be Brunson, I think. I think it's going to be Brunson, then Cat, then Trip. No, it's going to be Let's guess. Brunson, Jaren Jackson Jr., Karl Anthony Towns. Those are going to be the first 3. That's not what I meant to do. Let's do less than or equal to 33. Oh, I was close. No, I actually wasn't that close. Where's Brunson, I guess. Oh, wow. Keyshawn George projects more than those guys. Okay, Brunson, Keyshawn. Then AB. Oh, no, fuck that. Jalen Smith. Fuck that. Then you got Sar. Although Jalen Smith, I guess with no Vucci main. Do I have a Jalen Smith? I think I do, right? I think I have Jalen Smith now. We might have to redo some lineups here. We're going to wrap up in just a few minutes. Oh, we do have a Jalen Smith. We crafted him, which, by the way, haven't done a craft in a while. I'm saving up, and then I'm going to do a bunch of them. I honestly, this could backfire aggressively. I'm taking Claxton over Zubats. I think Zubats, we might have a generational Zubats. That's what I'm saying. So I'm saving my crafts for the All-Star. That's what I'm doing. I don't know, though, Galactic. Normally, I'm pretty plugged in on the All-Star stuff because I've gone to the last few All-Star games with Sorare. I'm not doing that this year. I don't know. I don't really know. Best under 17. There's no best under 17. There's just nobody good in that range, right? I think it's going to be Nikola Jovic. Jovic is going to be the best play in that one. No, that's not what we want. We want cap less than or equal to 17. All right, so Spencer Jones, Dean Wade, Nikola Jovic, Chris Dunn, Cameron Thomas, Jalen Wells, Dylan Harper. But again, it's all like pretty close projections. Like nothing really good. No, Alan, shut the fuck up. All right, White and Tobias or Şengün and Bailey. I think honestly, do the Rockets only have one game? I think it's Şengün and Bailey, man. I just don't. That's a huge projection on Derek White. Dean Wade or Maxime Renaud. I would go Dean Wade. Pete Nance time. It is always Pete Nance time. Yeah, you know what I think they did? I think they shot a bunch of stuff over in London when those London games were happening. I think that's kind of what we're doing. Dude, is Braun, maybe, did you just come to some Malachi Branham, cap of 11 with a projection of 15? Sure, man. Sure, you can Malachi Braun it up. You can Braun it up. Jay Blaze in the house. Let's go. Best under 23. I feel like, yeah, sure. Let's try. It's still Ace Bailey, followed by Jaime Hawkins Jr., Dennis Rodale, Jalen Green, Kyle Filipowski, Al Horford, Pele Larson. Here you go. There's some ASMR with it, too. Enjoy that shit. No com challenge. I don't think so. I'm not really interested. Casper, he projects for 18.2. There you go. Casper, you found him. Yakahonis projects for 18.2. I'd go Pritchard and Ellis there. Dylan Brooks is fine. I think Dylan Brooks is fine there. He projects for Sorry. Dylan projects for 37. That's pretty fun. Even with Jalen Green back, that's not too bad. Bane, no thank. I would take VJ. I would take Claxton over. I really like Claxton tonight. Bane projects for 41.4. 41.4. Yeah, you can do Embiid. I think you can play him. Yeah. Guy Santos. Yeah, sure. I still think I'd rank them Allen, Claxton, Zubats. I'm kind of light on Zubats, man. Maybe that's a mistake, but he projects for 34. Allen projects for 40. Claxton projects for 35.7. But I really like Claxton. Yeah, I mean, good luck figuring out Golden State. I can't figure out Golden State. Good luck. So it looks like Denny is the last thing we're waiting for, right? What are you waiting for? Last thing we're waiting for is Denny Avdia. What we're going to do now, we're going to spin some giveaways here because we're going to wrap up a little bit so I can go get some Korean food that I'm really excited about. I would just Kobe White projects really good, trash European. Herb Jones does not. My guess is Herb Jones only plays one of those two games. I'm going to look them up for you right now, but Kobe White here projects for 36.5. Herb Jones projects for 26.2. The usage just isn't there. But Kobe White, you can cook with Kobe White. Cooking with Cade, cooking with Kobe. But yeah, we'll be back on Monday. Monday we'll have Live Before Lock again at 5 o'clock. We'll be on the Sorare channel as well, so you can check us out over there. Yeah, Korean. I'm so good. I'm so ready for Korean fried chicken. LeBron over Jaylen Brown. Give me the guy who's going to play in the games. Give me LeBron. Give me LeBron. LeBron too. Yeah, I'm excited for some Korean food. I am. I want like a cocktail too. I'm ready. It's like cold. I want like an old fashioned, you know? I want like maybe a little maple in it. That's what we want. NBA Bit, Monday through Friday. I thought we had a good week of content this week. Our guy Weisberg jumped on the show. Yeah, so make sure you tune into the NBA Bit if you're not. I feel like it was a really good week of shows. Yeah, sorry, man. Little LeBronto. Mr. Jones and Me? Is it Mr. What's Mr. Jones and Me? I was thinking of Counting Crows. Oh, yeah. Is that it? Mr. Jones? Yeah, you're right. You know what's funny, Borland? I just listened to the Game Time Decision. Why are you fucking with me like that, Danny? He's got to go, right? Let me see if the line shifted. He's got to go. We got to go. It's still 7.5, man. Denny's got to go, man. Denny, please, Denny. That's going to really mess up with Underdog if Denny doesn't go. Speaking of Underdog, that closes in 40 minutes. Let's see. What's that contest at? Oh, yeah, but Borland, I just crushed like 2 Counting Crows albums this week. I was feeling nostalgic. It's at 64% with 40 minutes to go. Probably gets to 75 would be my guess. If Denny is out, I'll have Jokic swaps. Then no, I got so much Denny. I've got so much Denny with Jokic. Don't do this to me. Let me have it. Let me go to LA. All right, here we go. We're going to spin 2. We got 2 different giveaways. We've got 2 different in-season cards, limited in-season cards that you will get by Monday's lock. Here we go. It's going to be the first one. Winner, chicken dinner. It is going to. Let's go. Travel Addict Guy. Mr. Tag himself. Travel Addict Guy. Congrats. All right, let's spin it again. Although, why can't I? There it is. All right, here we go. One more. Travel Addict Guy with the W. Who's getting W number 2? Who's getting W number 2? I did see the stuff today. I did. I saw a lot of that yesterday. And then we got Cassidy Curtis. Let's go. CC3293. Cassidy Curtis. Congrats, Cass. Big W for Cassidy. Love to see it. Congrats on the W, fellers. Thank you guys for hanging out. Hope you have a good game week, a good weekend. Stay warm. It's really cold up in here. Glad the injury reports relatively worked out with my Live Before Lock schedule, because normally we go for another 30 minutes or so, but we had a schedule crunch. Good luck. We'll see you guys on Monday. Enjoy the weekend. Let's get after it.